Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you all an update to my live twin or evil twin Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile for post-Burst of Destiny. Whichever way you want to, call this deck. This is a deck that focuses on two monsters, Kiss Kill and Lil La, to summon out a bunch of different Link monsters corresponding with their names from the extra deck, and then by special summoning each other from either the main deck or the extra deck or the graveyard, you can summon out one of the new boss monsters we got from the Burst of Destiny set, which is Evil Twins Trouble Sunny, the Link 4 monster, to just get into more and more shenanigans with the deck in total, being a very, very strong Link 4 monster that can help just to remove a lot of different problem cards on your opponent's field while still giving you more setup for all of your different Evil Twin or Live Twin monsters. Very, very happy with the results of the deck. I've been testing it out a lot and liking the results of it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So for the main deck monsters, I am running 3 Live Twin Kiss Kill. This card works with Live Twin Lil La. Each time an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can gain 500 life points. If this card is normal or special summon, and you control no other monsters, you can special summon one Lil La monster from your hand or deck. You can use this effect of Live Twin Kiss Kill once per turn. So graveyard setup is a big part of some of the other Live Twin cards we run, like Live Twin Lil La Treat, being able to special summon this, and then just have this option in your graveyard ready to go for the banish. It is one of the perfect targets to use with Kiss Kill. And also, same playstyle, we are running 3 of the Live Twin Lil La. With this one, having the same play, except your opponent must pay 500 life points to declare an attack. And if this card is normal or special summon, and you control no other monsters, you can special summon one Kiss Kill monster from your hand or a deck. So with it, you have then your target to summon out your Live Twin Kiss Kill Frost, having another graveyard setup play, because then you'll use those 2 monsters to go into either of the 2 Link 2 monsters that we run in the deck, which are either your Evil Twin Kiss Kill or your Evil Twin Lil La, both then having more special summon options for both of the cards all together. So you want to max out all your numbers of Kiss Kill and Lil La Live Twin in the main deck. For some of the other numbers, I'm also running 2 of the Live Twin Lil La Treat and 2 of the Live Twin Kiss Kill Frost. Both of them are special summonable from the hand if you control a Kiss Kill monster for Lil La Treat, or if you control a Lil La monster for Kiss Kill Frost. And you can only special summon these cards once per turn this way. When either player takes battle damage from a battle involving a Evil Twin monster, you can banish Lil La Treat from your graveyard and then target one face a monster your opponent controls, and it loses attack equal to that battle damage. You can only use this effect of Lil La Treat once per turn. So it's more situational. Kiss Kill Frost definitely does come up more. With this one, every time your opponent adds a card, except from during the damage step from their deck to their hand, with that card, you can banish this card from your graveyard and draw 1 card, giving you more draw consistency to match up with your opponent adding cards from their own hand to use. So I was thinking of mixing around the numbers. I'm 2 and 2 currently. I might even drop Lil La Treat to 1 and put in 3 Kiss Kill Frost, just because it's more of a usable card. Since you have more of a problem with the draw power your opponent uses than the actual setup of Lil La Treat and getting over monsters, since we do have a new Link 4 monster with 3,300, that's not as much of a problem anymore for the deck. For more additional monsters to help set up the plays, I also run 2 Parallel Exceed. You summon out Link monsters with Link arrows quite easily that point to a spot that you can summon out with Parallel Exceed. And then just being able to summon out another Parallel Exceed can give us our resources needed, because for the Evil Twin Link monsters, you just need 2 monsters, including the Kiss Kill monster or the Lil La monster. So Parallel Exceed can fit the requirement for that other card when you summon it out, just giving you that additional resource. And for the other monsters that I run in the main deck, I also run 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. More of the hand trap power with this card, being able to stop your opponent's searches or just anything they would want to send to the graveyard. And we run a pretty low monster count, so I wanted to fill it up with as many hand traps that I could use, along with all the other Evil Twin cards, including 3 Effect Veiler, more shutdown of your opponent's cards on the field using this card, with the last of the hand traps just being 2 Nibiru, the Primal Being. Now, you don't really normal summon and special summon a lot in 1 turn in this deck. You normally have your go-to play for your Live Twin cards on the field once you get those cards set up for that special summon. But even just being able to stop your opponent's mass special summon onto the field, I like it at 2 for that option. I find Effect Veiler and Ash Blossom more of a useful hand trap, but still as an added option to balance out the number of monsters I'm running in the main deck as a whole. And that is it for the monsters. We'll now move on to the spells. I'm running 3 of the Live Twins Sunny Snitch. It's a continuous spell. When this card is activated, you can add 1 Live Twin monster from your deck to your hand. While you control an Evil Twin monster, each time your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you gain 200 life and you inflict 200 damage to your opponent. You can only activate 1 Live Twin Sunny Snitch per turn. It's search power, it's burn damage, it's life point gain, and just being able to remain on the field for all of those card effects makes it a great searcher. And play with that, being able to add what you need to basically start off any of your plays in the deck. So you definitely want to run 3 of this card. I also just run 3 of the Secret Password. This one activates. You add 1 Live Twin or Evil Twin spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Well, if you control a Kiss Kill monster and control a Lil La monster, you can add 1 Evil Twin monster from your deck to your hand instead. So even then, just activating this card, you can add your Live Twin Sunny Snitch, which can then in turn add your Live Twin monster, thinning out the deck with each of these cards' activation. And I also run 1 Live Twin Home, a quick play spell. Discard 1 card to special summon 1 Kiss Kill monster or Lil La monster from your deck, also for the rest of this turn. After this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except for Evil Twin monsters, which is the majority of our extra deck, so it doesn't really shut us down, but I like to just run 1 of this card because we do have other plays we can go into, and you have it in here just as an option if you need to special summon out another resource, and having it be searchable with Live Twin Sunny Snitch, or even just the option of your Secret Password to add this card to your hand. For more of the generic spells in the main deck, I also run 2 World Legacy Succession. If your opponent stops the activation effect of one of your Evil Twins on the field, being able to special summon a Kiss Kill monster on the field for that play, you can basically then activate World Legacy Succession to get that monster at least back from the graveyard onto the field for you to use, then go into your Link 4 play. Your opponent's definitely going to try and stop that play, so having these backup resources in the form of World Legacy Succession can at least keep those plays going against your opponent. And for some of the 1-ofs, I run 1 Call by the Grave, more shutting down our opponent's monsters in their own graveyard, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster to clear out their back row, and 1 Monster Reborn having the same principal concept as World Legacy Succession. If you just short that 1 Link monster on the field because your opponent either negated the effect of your Live Twin or Evil Twin monster, you can at least have this to gain another resource to use against them. And that is it for the spells. Moving on to the traps. For the Evil Twin traps, I'm just running 1 Evil Twin Challenge. This card is in here more for setup, once again, against your opponent. You can target 1 Kiss Kill monster or Lil La monster in your graveyard, special summon it, then you can apply the following effect. Immediately after this effect resolves, Link summon 1 Evil Twin Link monster using monsters you control as material. So this is really, really good for the special summon option, and then being able to go into Evil Twins Trouble Sunny, being the newest addition and a great card to work together for the synergy with this card to summon out against your opponent. And for the other traps we run, I also run 3 Solemn Strike. These are in here just as another great way to stop your opponent. You have some pretty heavy back row with this deck and all the other continuous spells and whatnot we run in the back row. So just as another way to stop our opponent's special summons or monster effects, I would say 3 of is definitely necessary. And lastly, the 3 Infinite Impermanence for the rest of the 3 ofs we run for the trap lineup. This combined with Solemn Strike just gives you good options against your opponent to stop more and more of their plays. With the last of the traps that I run being the 1 Imperial Order, the spells that we run in the deck just need to be activated at times for either searching out cards. They really don't have to remain on the field to use. They're more here just to set up our initial Live Twin summons and searches. So after we use those cards, we can at least activate Imperial Order to stop our opponent's spell cards, especially if we go first and have this card set up ready to use. And that is it for the main deck. We'll now move on to the extra deck. For the Evil Twin monsters, I'm running 3 Evil Twin Kiss Kill. You need 2 monsters, including a Kiss Kill monster. And if this card is special summon and you control a Lil La monster, you can draw 1 card. During the main phase, if you control a Lil La monster, quick effect, you can special summon 1 Lil La monster from your graveyard. So with this, it gives you the option to then summon out the Evil Twin Lil La from our graveyard. And then with it, you also have more special summoning options. Since this card just needs to be special summon, it doesn't have to be link summon to gain the additional draw power with this card. And I also run, to work with it, 3 Evil Twin Lil La. Once again, if this card's special summon, if you control a Kiss Kill monster, you can target one card on the field, destroy it, and during the main phase, if you do not control a Kiss Kill monster, you can special summon 1 Kiss Kill monster from your graveyard. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except for Fiend monsters. This limitation isn't really a problem. It's the majority of what we run in the extra deck altogether. But 3 of this just gives you plenty of resources to use against your opponent altogether. And I also run, and I was considered bumping this card to 3. I have 2 Evil Twins Trouble Sunny. With just how much you go through this deck, I'll show what you can take out for a 3rd copy of Evil Twins Trouble Sunny. You need 2 monsters, including an Evil Twin monster, or 2 or more monsters. Quick effect, you contribute this card to special summon up to 1 Kiss Kill and monster and up to 1 Lil La monster from your graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard and send 1 Evil Twin monster from your hand, deck, or face on the field to the graveyard to send 1 card on the field to the graveyard. And you can only use this effect of Evil Twins Trouble Sunny once per turn. So having a 3,300 attack point monster, which is very difficult for your opponent to target, because then you can just tag out with this card being a quick effect, special summoning your 2 Evil Twin monsters back onto the field, and then having a monster in the graveyard that can just send a card on the field by also sending another Evil Twin monster from your hand, deck, or face on the field to the graveyard. Very, very useful for that setup. As long as you have those resources to go through, you have more and more plays to rely on using this card to just send more and more of your opponent's cards to the graveyard. Like I said, I considered running 3 of it just for the fact that you have to tribute this card, so that'll be set up in the graveyard, so you have another one to go into, and then the 3rd copy if possible. And with us being limited to Fiend plays, I also run 1 Nightmare Phoenix and 1 Nightmare Unicorn. Now, if you wanted to run the 3rd copy of Trouble Sunny, you could choose which one of these 2 cards you want to remove from the deck. It's more in here as just options for spell and trap destruction and shuffling back cards on your opponent's field. And I also run 1 Link Devotee and 1 Link Disciple. Both of these cards are in the deck more or less for resources to use against your opponent if you have your first initial live twin monster effect stopped and you don't have any other resource to go to. If you summon out your Kiss Kill and your opponent uses Effect Veiler, let's say, or Ash Blossom, you can then at least go into one of these 2 cards to give you more of a setup play against your opponent, giving you those resources as a Link 1 and setting up this card in your graveyard for you to either special summon back onto the field to then use along with the Link 1 monster you summon out to then go into another Link 2 monster. And lastly, for the rest of the extra deck, I run 1 Gachi Gachi Gantetsu, 1 Downward Magician, and the 1 Divine Arsenal Zeus. Now, the play with these cards are that you have your 2 level 2 monsters to overlay into Gachi Gachi Gantetsu. You can attack with Gachi Gachi Gantetsu into your opponent, having the effect, if it were to be destroyed, by just detaching 1. It technically did battle still. So then, during main phase 2, you can overlay into Downward Magician and then go into Divine Arsenal Zeus, since the Gachi Gachi was the one that battled that turn, giving you the resources needed to use Zeus to detach 2 to send all cards on the field to the graveyard. Just remember, you only do this if you're not limited to what you can summon out on the field, being your Fiend type Evil Twin play, but still a great one to use against your opponent. And then as for the initial play to go into, it all starts off with one of your live twin monsters. So if you start off with live twin Kiss Kill, in this card, you then, when it's summoned, if you control no other monsters, you special summon out the other live twin of choice. So you can go for the live twin Lil La Treat. Having those 2 monsters, you'll then go into your Link 2 play, which will be your Link 2 Evil Twin Kiss Kill. And with this card, if it's special summon, you control a Lil La monster. You draw 1 card, but during the main phase, since you do not control a Lil La monster, quick effect during the main phase, with this card you can special summon 1 Lil La monster from your graveyard. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except for Fiend monsters. So then you'll summon out your Evil Twin Lil La Treat from the graveyard, and then with this card as the special summon, you then link into another Link 2. This time, the requirements are the Evil Twin Lil La. With this card then activating, you will then special summon the Evil Twin Kiss Kill from your graveyard, activating this card's effect to draw an additional card from your deck using it. And then you have the option with your 2 monsters with this card then to go into a Link 4 play, activating the Link 4 summon, having those requirements there, summoning out this card. And then with it, you have the option against your opponent to tribute the card when your opponent were to, let's say, try and destroy this card or get rid of it, to summon back your 2 Evil Twins onto the field. You didn't use the Lil La play yet, so you can destroy a card in the field, and then still having the setup with your Trouble Sunny in the graveyard to banish to send another card against your opponent. Very, very strong when you can utilize this, especially having this 3,300 attack point monster to use against your opponents. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. It's a deck, like I said, that I didn't think I'd be enjoying as much with the new support, but definitely one to look into as well. But as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.